Hey guys, and welcome back to another Let's Play. Today's game is Pokemon Violet. Now, we're just gonna start this game in English, and let's just go through this quickly. She looks okay. We're playing Violet, so let's just call her Violet. Okay. Alright, let's change the... You know, the hairstyle looks okay. Let's change the color though. Alright, yeah, the pinky brown seems pretty good. Alright, let's confirm that. Yes, let's go with the style. And we're ready. So, I've already played Pokemon Scarlet before. I played quite a lot of it, to be honest. So, hopefully if you haven't played the game, well, the game probably just got released now. So, hopefully, you know, this will be helpful for you guys. So we're at Uva Academy. Leading the way into the future while valuing our individuality. And I can't skip anything. Okay, it's time for you two to dive into the world of Pokemon. Nimona, that's who that girl is. Alright, I'll try not to do any spoilers. Alright, this is our director, the head of the academy. Paldea is a sprawling region bursting with lush nature and magnificent landscapes. It is also, of course, home to the mysterious creatures known to us as Pokemon. They reside here in great numbers, in fact. The good thing about this game, I gotta admit, is you'll actually find Pokemon in groups, in bunches. Unlike Arceus, it wasn't like that. In this one it is, so a lot of improvements. Pokemon can be found living all over, in the seas, in the skies, even in our cities and towns. We humans coexist with Pokemon, as we both help one another to live and thrive. Uva Academy is here to help you learn even more about these precious partners. Within our halls, people from all regions gather to study together. And as Pokemon trainers, they have their Pokemon do battles, grow alongside them. While a robust curriculum of coursework helps our students draw forth their full potential. It is within these halls that you will find your friends, your Pokemon, and your true selves. We, the facility and staff at Uva Academy, can't wait to welcome you with open arms. And here is Miraidon. Nero Taurus. I want to catch you. Oh, there's flamingos? Is that a Pokemon? Oh, it's gotta be. I'm like really big on Generation 1 Pokemon. I know them all. I even know the Pokerap. Alright? However, anything after that, it's just like a blur. Okay, so here we go. And it is our casita, like the madrigals.
Welcome to Family Madrigal.
Alright, so this is our house. Oh, I've noticed the switch is different. Alright, in my other game, my switch had yellow Joy-Cons, and I thought it actually mimics the gameplay, the actual Switch, but I still have my yellow ones, but it's white here. So I wonder why that is. Anyway, so this is our little, oh, here we go. This is our little room. Look at this. How cool is that? Even the stickers over here. The stickers look so cool. Alright. Let's go downstairs. We gotta go meet our mum. So who's that? Suavette? Scott. Not really sure with these names. Alright, let's talk to you. Yay! Alright. And here's our mother. Oh. I think she looks different. Okay. Oh, ready in your uniform and everything. Well, it's your first day at your new school after all. I'm so excited for you. Still, you might want to cool your engines before you go racing out the door. The school contacted me and said that you're supposed to wait here a little while longer. Their words, not mine. Apparently there's something very important for your first day that still hasn't arrived. What are the odds? Maybe that very thing that we're waiting for, Violet. Go get the door, would you? Alright, and here is our professor. Well, the head of the school. Is it? No, it's someone else. On behalf of the Academy, I must apologize for the late arrival of your enrollment documents. And also for the delay in introducing myself. It is. Yeah, I was right. It is the director. I am the director of Uber Academy. You may call me Mr. Cavell. The director? And he came in person to help my daughter with her first day. Well, I am responsible for the entire academy, including any failures on its part. So here at last are the enrollment documents that should have been delivered to you. Oh. Goodness, you really needn't have. Since you've come all this way, can I at least offer you a cup of tea? Cup of tea, huh? No need to trouble yourself. Violet, I've got a thing or two to discuss with the director here. Of course she does. Why don't you head back to your room and finish getting ready for school? You'll need your bag and your hat as well. Now, Mr. Cavell, you must simply join me for a cuppa, this way. Well, how can I refuse such a kind offer? Yes, how can you refuse? Alright. And let's get our bag. It should be near the bed. There it is. Yes, we are ready. Adventure Guide. You can press X button to open the main menu. Select the save option from this menu to save all the progress you've made on your adventure so far. When you open up your bag, you'll find some key items inside, including your adventure guide. Check it out whenever you want to review handy tips like these that you receive along your adventure. Nice. Alright, you know what? Let's actually go into our options. We need to change the text speed to fast. Okay. Skip move learning, center boxes, manual. We should do it automatic. No, leave it as that. So what this center box is, once you've actually filled your party with 6 Pokemon, it'll ask you, do you want to keep this Pokemon in your party or do you want to send it to a box? So unlike all the other Pokemon games, it automatically sends to the box. This is pretty cool where it asks you. So I'll leave this on manual. Let's take nicknames off. I'm a sucker for keeping the original names. Alright, autosave, show nicknames, yep. Everything seems pretty good, so let's press A to confirm. Yep. Settings have been saved. Alright, let's go downstairs. Alright, so we gotta go to see these guys again. Oh, just look at you, all ready for your big first day. Yes, the uniform of our story academy suits you quite well indeed. Oh, gracious. How very careless of me. I had entirely forgotten that I have something else for you, Miss Violet. A most important thing. But your living room is hardly the place for it. Would you care to follow me outside? Time to get our Pokemon. I wonder what this important thing might be. Let's follow the director and find out, shall we? Whoops, sorry guys, I'm giving you all these spoilers. Alright. Casita Violet. Okay, here we go. Right there. Dear Pokemon, time to come out of your Pokeballs. We pride each student entering our academy a Pokemon of their very own. I'll ask you to choose which among these three would you like to have as your partner. Sprigatito, the grass cat Pokemon. Fuecoco, the fire croc Pokemon. And Quaxley, the duckling Pokemon. Quaxley looks pretty cool. Well, all three looks pretty good. I've tried out Sprigatito. I've managed to get my Sprigatito to level 32 or something. And she evolved, which is pretty good. And she was pretty good during our first gym battle as well. So let's choose a different one this time. Alright, actually, you know what? I don't know who. Alright, so it turns out they're more interested in you, Miss Violet, than familiar old me. I do wish I could stay and see which one you'll choose, but I must be off to my next home visit. I'll be at the house just over there. Take your time with your decision, then come find me once your mind is made up. Now if you'll excuse me, until we meet again. What a manly fellow that director is of yours. What a manly fellow that director of yours is. I bet, Mum. Alright. These three are all lovely, but you need to choose just one, right? Not an easy task. That's true. Why not take this opportunity to walk about with them, these little ones, and get to know them? I'm sure they'll have lots to teach you. Oh, but before you go, I got a little something to celebrate your big day. Take it with you if you're going out on your very own. What did you give me, Mom? A phone! Alright. Rotom phone, the latest model of smartphone. A Pokemon called Rotom lives within it, and it can be used to run all sorts of handy apps. And nice. According to the instructions, you can check out the map by pressing the Y button. It'll help you keep from getting lost, so take good care of your new gadget, okay? Now off you go, have fun! Alright, here we go. So press Y, this is our map. Okay, the handy Rotom phone is a popular item used throughout the Paldea region. Adding apps to it gives a trainer access to a variety of useful functions. Using the map app, you'll find useful information about the Paldea region. If you move the map cursor over your own icon and move the right stick from side to side, you'll rotate your own view along with the map. Handy for getting yourself orientated. Okay, you can use the left stick to move and the magnifying glass around the map and find locations. Select a location by pressing the A button, and you can set it as your next destination. The flying taxi service can take you to some places you visited before. Places that you can fly to are indicated with a feather mark. Try taking a flight. Alright, nice. Alright, so here's our map, and if you use the the right button, you can rotate everything around. So this is usually how I have the map and stuff, and this is our lovely Paldea region. Alright, let's go back. Alright, so let's go, guys. Unfortunately we can't run, we can only walk at the moment. And then look, you can see our Pokemon, like Pokemon on the map. So right now we've got our Bunzel, or not really sure the name. Alright, so where are you? You should be down over here then, right? Okay. What's wrong, Sprigatito? Alright, let's keep going. So even though they like have question marks and everything, they just there's nothing that happens with them. Alright, now we can run. Nice. Alright, we're eventually gonna have to go here. However, we first gotta go to this house. Now there's an item over here. So there's quite a few different ways that items are stored in this, well, you find in the game. Down over here you'll find like regular Pokeballs and stuff with this little red like lightsaber glow to it. Usually find items here, Pokeballs and the such. And then if you see little sparkly like white stuff on the ground, that's usually like the berries. Are these three yours, trainer? If that's what she said. Not quite, Miss Violet hasn't had her... Not quite, Miss Violet has yet to make her decision. And here we go. I do wonder which one of them she will choose. Alright, so my first game, I chose Sprigatito. So maybe I should try the next one, which is Quaxley. Alright. We haven't met, have we? No, we haven't. I must say, I wasn't quite expecting to see you quite so soon. Hang on, Director, is this who I think it is? Yes, this is our Academy's newest student, Miss Violet. She'll be attending as of today. So you're the kid who moved up the road. So this is Nemona's house. That's who this girl is. I've been dying to find out more about you. I'm Nemona. Normally I live in the school dorms, but home is here. What do you say? New neighbor? Wanna be friends? No. Of course, yes. Alright. Love that enthusiasm. We're gonna get along just fine. Miss Nemona is president of our student council and the champion ranked trainer in her own right. I absolutely love Pokemon battling. In fact, we should battle right now, you and me. Easy now, you two have just been, you'll be in the same class, so you'll have plenty of time to battle later. And get to know each other better, of course. We're gonna be neighbors and classmates. Nice. We'll be able to battle all we want. On that note, Miss Violet, have you decided which of these Pokemon you would like to be your first partner? Alright, here we go. Alright, so, as I told you guys, In Pokemon Scarlet, I already chose Sprigatito. However, should we just go back to Sprigatito or choose another one? Alright. So... oh man, this is hard. Okay. You know what? I went with Sprigatito, so next one should be Quaxley. So let's just choose Quaxley. We like your hair. A water Pokemon. Yes. No nickname, please. Quaxley has seemed to take quite a liking to you, Miss Violet. This is your first Pokemon, yes? Please raise it with love and care. And of course, be sure to keep it tucked safely inside a Pokeball. Violet, I can't believe you actually chose Quaxley. I mean, like, way to make the perfect choice for you. You two make such a good combo. Can I choose one of these Pokemon too, Dr. Cavell? Oh, but did you not receive a Pokemon when you entered the academy, Miss Nemona? Not back then, no. I had Pokemon I was focused on raising at the time. But now I want to raise a new Pokemon alongside Violet while she raises her own new partner. Indeed, a rather splendid idea. If you wish to raise one of these Pokemon on equal footing with Miss Violet here, I shall be more than happy to allow it. Yes! Okay. I knew it. I knew it. Fuecoco. Usually in like the Gen 1 games and all that, whatever you choose, Gary or Blue or Red or whatever, they always choose the better Pokemon that'll beat you. However, in this game, when I chose Sprigatito, Nemona chose Quaxley, and now I got a water, she chose a fire. Alright then, let's have a battle. Alright, down to the beach we go. As you may notice, Miss Nemona is a tad over fond of Pokemon battling, but I do hope you'll join her for a battle. It will help you get to know your Pokemon as well. Alright, let's go to the beach. Alright, so as I was saying before, you can find items just like this on the ground, and when I mean you'll find them, I mean there's a lot everywhere. So this is where you find like potions, Pokeballs, Master Balls, Hyper Potions, Ethers, all that type of stuff. And then you'll see like little, there's nothing here, but you'll see like little sparkly stuff on the ground, and that's where you find all your berries. Anyone can be a Pokemon trainer as long as they have Pokemon by their side. And it is our duty as a trainer to help our Pokemon grow stronger through battle. So you ready to battle me, Violet? No. Yes. Perfecto. I'm so excited for this battle. I think I'll use Miss Nemona. I trust you remember that Miss Violet is wholly inexperienced in Pokemon battling. Heh. Oops, good call, Director. I was about to send out one of my usual partners right off the bat. I guess I'll take this chance to try out my new buddy instead. I wonder what her usual Pokemon are. Alright. Come on, Violet, let's have a fruitful battle. And cue up old school Pokemon music. This is the new one. You are challenged by Pokemon Trainer Nemona. Alright. Time to scratch. Alright. Alright. Battle Water Gun. super effective. You must have been studying up. Smart move. Water is strong against fire. Not very effective. Let's just use pound. Let's see how good that is. Oh, it's not really that effective. I don't know why I chose pound. Should have just ended it straight away. Alright. Oh, I saw Sprigatito at the side. Level 6. Nice. Wow, not bad, neighbor. $300. Nice. Look at you winning your first battle ever. You've got even more potential than I thought. You're gonna be a strong trainer for sure. But now, let's try a different strategy. Let's go battle again. Just one more battle. Miss Nimona. Not right now. Yep, already worn out. Ah, sorry, I kinda get caught up in this excitement. I'm really sorry, Violet. Same to you, Craxley, too. Don't worry about it. Thanks, Violet. You two seem to be becoming fast friends, though you've only just met. Can I count on you to take our new schoolmate here under your wing, Miss Nimona? I'm sure she can learn a great deal from a champion-ranked trainer such as yourself. You bet, sir. Oh, that reminds me. Since you're new to training Pokemon, here's an app you'll definitely need. You have a smartphone, right? Let me see it for a second. Our little Rotom. Pokedex app. Added to our phone. And nice. The Pokedex will automatically register any Pokemon you catch. It's a must-have for Pokemon trainers. A super handy app. Our homeroom teacher, Mr. Jacques, actually made it himself. Back in the day, we used ordinary pen and paper. Back in my day, we used ordinary paper and handwritten notes to compile our Pokedexes. It's quite the age we live in now. Oof, filling out Pokedex by hand, I can't even imagine how much work that would have taken. Oh no, I suppose you can't. Yet, no matter how much the times have changed, the wonder of meeting new Pokemon never does. This is truly timeless pleasure. And the more Pokemon that you encounter, the more you'll find yourself growing and changing. I hope you both will work hard towards the goal of completing your own Pokedexes. Now, Miss Nimona, I do still have a few matters to discuss with your parents. Could I depend on you to see Miss Violet to the academy? You would be doing me quite the favour. Of course, leave it to me. Then I leave her in your capable hands. Alright, little one. It's time for you and me to be going on our way. Maybe I ought to make a little bit more time to work on my Pokedex along with battling. Oh right, speaking of Pokedexes, Violet, you've probably never caught a wild Pokemon. I'll show you the ropes before I take you to the academy. Come with me. Alright, and here we go. Press the minus button to open the Pokedex app on your Rotom phone in a flash. You can also navigate to your Pokedex by pressing the X button from the map menu. Alright, and let's go. Now another $300. Nice. It's our mom. What's she doing here? Yes, we've already made friends. And I read all the wonderful teachers and I read all about the wonderful teachers you'll have looking after you at school. Plus, you have so many handy facilities you can use as much as you like. Adding your new friends, Nimona, it sounds like your school life is shaping up to be fantastic. Now, you'll be staying in the school dorm, so I want you to promise me that you'll eat proper meals. Here's a bit of spending money to start off with. I also packed a lunch for your first day. Ooh, we got a sandwich for Mom. Alright. Nice, we got a sandwich. Maybe you better take some of these too. 5 potions. Nice. Alright then, you two better head off, I suppose. Take care on the way to school. Your mother's so nice, Violet. Oh, but I was going to teach you how to catch wild Pokemon. Come on, vamos. Alright, let's go. This way. And let's go. And here we go, we got some Pokemon here. Alright. This is Pokepath. It's a path that leads to adventure for you and me. Out here, things are different than in town. You're gonna see wild Pokemon out and about. They'll be on this path in the grass as such. Get too close to one and you'll have to battle, but you've got Quaxley for that, right? And you want to try and catch a Pokemon. You gotta use a good old Pokeball. Thanks for the 10. Oh, only 5? Okay. Put the Pokeballs in your bag. Oink oink. Oh, what luck. Time for some learning by doing. Try battling this Lechonk, Violet. You can try and catch a wild Pokemon you're battling by pressing the X button and throwing a Pokeball. When you're having a hard time trying to catch a Pokemon, try to deal damage to it before throwing another Pokeball. That should give you a better chance of success. Alright, let's battle. Let's hit pound. Let's do one more. Pound. And there we go. Now, you can actually use the right button, the right trick joystick thing, and you can actually move the camera around. So in Pokemon Arceus, you can actually use the left stick and you can actually move your character, but you can't in this one. Alright, so yes, so let's use a Pokeball. And we caught Lechonk. Registered Lechonk. This Pokemon spurs all but the finest of foods. Its body gives off a herb-like scent that bug Pokemon detests. Okay. So this is how it adds to your Pokédex. It's like little books. They look pretty cool. Awesome! You caught your very first Pokemon. You went for it. I'm crumbing when it comes to actually catching Pokemons. Maybe you should give me a tip or two. Anyway, here's some more Pokeballs just in case. And you should gave me 10 Pokeballs. Just the wrong order. Alright, Pokeballs is in our pocket. Weaken the Pokemon, then throw the Pokeball. Remember that and you'll be fine. So, you're not good at Pokemon, but you can give me all these tips and everything. Alright, now let's go and battle and catch some more. Okay, let's meet up at that lighthouse and then we can see our school from there. Alright, Pokemon you see wandering in tall grass caves and elsewhere are wild Pokemon. When you run into a wild Pokemon, a Pokemon battle begins. You can also start by the Pokemon battle in the wild by throwing out one of your Pokeballs by using ZR. Try this tactic out to battle Pokemon that are up in trees or flying in the skies. Now, if they're up in trees or flying in the skies, using R as the ZR will not work. You actually have to hold ZL to lock onto that Pokemon, then throw the Pokeball. So if I press ZR, you'll see Quaxley comes out, and then Quaxley would just come around with me and stuff. So where's Quaxley? There he is. And we got our Pokeball. Alright, so here we go. So this is what I mean. Like, you can kind of like see there's so many items about. Okay. If I can grab them. Alright, and let's battle you. I kind of missed in Arceus how you could just throw them out, Pokeballs out in the wild. You didn't have to actually start the battle. That was pretty cool and stuff. To be honest, I'm not sure if you can do this in this game. Alright, we've got another Pokemon. Okay, here we go. And we've got another one. So, you don't have to throw a Pokeball at them, you can always just run into them and it'll start a battle as well. But most of the time, with all these Pokemon and stuff, if you just stay there, they will just come to you, but they won't initiate a battle. There are some Pokemon that will initiate a battle, but most of the time they just stand near you. Hoppip. Okay. Okay, so you can see if I just go near this Hoppip, nothing will happen or anything. Alright, so... and here's a Pokemon in a tree. So we already got that. Now... oh, you're too fast, but it's okay, there's one down on the ground. So you can just run into them and you can initiate battle. So what's this, Fletchling? Yeah, Fletchling. Alright, let's just throw a Pokeball. In the early game, you can just throw Pokeballs at the Pokemon and it'll catch them straight away. Fletchling, tiny robin Pokemon. Alright, so here we go. We've got some more stuff over here. Another Pokeball. Scatterbug. Nice. Super Potion, nice. Normal Potion. Oh, we can do this. A Revive, that's handy. Who was that? Another Scatterbug. Okay, and over here I'll show you guys First of all, what's that? Nothing. I'll show you what I mean by the little sparkle on the ground. First of all, let's get all of these items. It's quite a lot. There should be a new Pokemon up over here too that we haven't caught. Ah, here we go. So this little sparkle is kind of like all the berries. Yeah, cherry berry. Oh. Paralyzed heal. And this is what I mean. Do you see how many Pokemon, like all the fletchlings together and all that? It's so nice. And here we go, that new Pokemon. Poor me. Alright, I think I need to actually hit you just once before I can catch you. Okay, here we go. Nice. Tail Whip. Who learned Tail Whip? It's okay. Oh, you're a mouse Pokemon? I actually thought that this Pokemon was like a little bear. Let's replace you with Scatterbug. Alright, so we can keep 6 Pokemon in our party at once, and the rest of the Pokemon will go into boxes. So this is what I mean, you can, instead of going straight to a box, you can actually choose if you want them in your, as you can see at the bottom there. Alright, auto heal feature. Okay, the auto heal feature will automatically select items from your bag and use them to heal your Pokemon. To use auto heal, highlight a Pokemon you want to heal from the main menu and press the minus button. Okay, this is the order that it'll use. Alright, potions, fresh waters, soda pops, super potions, lemonades, moo milks, and then hyper potions. Alright. So if we go here, we press the minus button, we can auto heal. If we do it to another Pokemon, it won't have any effect. Alright. Okay, so that's nice. And the good thing I like about these Rotom phones and stuff is you can actually change the cases, which is pretty cool. There was something we were meant to do. It's all good. Alright. Now, just like the Pokeballs, you can find TMs on the ground. However, the Pokeballs are yellow. They're not this standard Pokeball color. Alright, so Nimona. Hey Violet, you're getting the hang of how to catch Pokemon, okay? Let me see. So far you've caught... Whoa! What was that? Oh, it was a roar. Oh no. I've never heard that type of cry before. Could be a strong Pokemon or something. Let's find out. Okay, so there's a cave nearby. And it's down this path over here. However, we can get this ether, and there's a few other items about. So here, and there should be one more. Oh, there. Okay, so see up there, right up at the top over there, that's TM. We'll get access to one in about 15 minutes or so. Or 10 minutes, so I'll show you guys what that looks like. Yeah, I can't get it from here. Alright, we don't have access to our legendary Pokemon, so we can't jump yet. Okay, so let's go over here.